Hi Pisces, this is your tarot reading for the month of March. All right, you guys are really, I want to say in your head, but I don't, you're really in your personal space. I mean, for some of you, it's in your head. I'm feeling a lot of psychic activity. I mean, you are ruled by Neptune. A lot of psychic activity, a lot of mysteriously magical activity. Mercury just left you or will be moving into Aquarius, which is your 12th house, though, on the 4th. And it won't be back to you until the 16th. And then it'll be in shadow. So it could be you being in your head. But I really feel like it's in a lot of your own private arena. And what will you do with what you learn? Because I really feel the crown and the third eye energy. So you're definitely getting some psychic energy. Are you listening to it? And I'm saying it that way because I know we're dealing with Mercury in your 12th house, and I know we're dealing with it coming back, being direct, but it's still going to be in shadow. Then in your first house, which is your appearance, your personality, your self-worth, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, your character, your awareness. I'm really getting a lot of self-judgment. I'm getting a lot of heart and solar plexus, root chakra. There's still communication and gossip. I've been getting that for everybody across the board for the month. But the head is actually hurting a little bit with what I'm getting from the third eye. So that's why I'm feeling a little bit of this might be pride. Pride, like honor, reputation. How are you viewed? Some of your own self-deceptions and self-sacrifices, and what have you learned from them? There's affection, compassion. All right, let me put it to you this way. Pisces, I say this to you guys a lot, and I give you guys a hard time because of this. Because I got a lot of Pisces in my life. Pisces in my life. And while you guys have the biggest loving hearts, I mean, you guys are also the ones that bring home all the stray dogs, okay? I mean, you guys have big, loving hearts. But not everybody out there is got as good of a golden heart as you do. Which is really making me go, are you really listening to your spiritual urges? Because, I mean, it's illuminating for me in colors even. I mean, and blue has to do with communication for me. So this is saying, are you really communicating with your higher self, with your source energy? And listening to those ethics, those morals, those spiritual urges, your truths? Or are you really listening to everybody else telling you what they think and you're going along with it? Versus your own self-deceptions. This is talking about overcoming insecurities. Overcoming insecurities, being more self-motivated, setting proper rules, walls, and boundaries with what you actually say. Self-judgment or judgment of others. Will, forgive, free will. What do you will? As the solar plexus is the power to will, the power to believe, the power to create because of what you believe, because you are in that I am energy and you're able to manifest. Are you? Or are you still you know, in the insecurities? Are you trusting your roots? You're trusting your depths? Are you investing in you and your self-motivated action? But yeah, it's mainly I'm getting some root chakra, because there's definitely some new foundations being learned here if you're learning them. But it's definitely playing off of the solar plexus and the heart, and then the third eye, because the third eye is definitely making you see stuff that maybe you haven't opened up to seeing before. Seeing things from new eyes. But definitely about coming into that I am my power. I am secure enough to believe in what I'm doing, rooting myself into what I'm doing. I believe it. I can manifest it. I am power. Versus some disagreements with the heart chakra. Like I said, Pisces, you guys are, I give you a hard time because you want to believe in people when sometimes you shouldn't. And I feel like some of that has got regret that you're holding on to, or festering in you. Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, they're being nice to you so far. Everybody else I've pulled for the cards, I've been coming out some serious dark stuff. And this is a light deck. Oh, I like to show you guys. So if you do like the deck, you can go look for it. Tell me about the platform for Pisces for March. Tell me about the platform for Pisces for the month of March. I'm definitely getting energies of the community. Thank you. Celebrate the differences. This means allow yourself to be different from everybody else, and allow them to be different from what even you expect. Allow for different ideas, different personalities, different characteristics to all be exactly what they are, and take them for who and what they are. Don't try to change them. Don't try to change you. Clear endeavors. This is opening your eyes to people for exactly for who and what they are. Seeing exactly what is in front of you for the light that it is. Even if the light that it may be bringing on you doesn't feel like light, even if it may be shining some dark aspects of things that are changing. It's saying, allow it to show you what it is. Allow it to be what it is. Accept it for what it is. Heighten your vitality. There's nothing even I can say about that. That says it all on its own. Gotta move this one pillow. It's all right up on me. Let's see. This deck's been talking a lot this month. This is one of the decks that I created, because I always tend to mix them. So I can't show you what this deck is because it's all on flashcards. And it's just where I'm at. I haven't made it past there yet with it. But it has a lot of Hebrew in it and a lot of other information. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces. The platform for Pisces. The platform for Pisces for the month of March. All right. It is Hebrew. It's calf. Give me just a moment. Actual potential to fully manifest. That's exactly what this is saying. Allow the truth to show itself. Allow the manifestation of its truth to show itself. Faith, sublime, pleasure, and will. Manifesting is, like I said, believing in it, coming into the vibration of that truth and being able to know what to do with it from there. It is the power of that source energy coming into the skull itself, continuously creating or instantaneously, if I can speak today, I swear, vanish. It is the power of will. It is considered to be above the head. It is to bend, to open, to allow, and to tame. And then what you got with it was the 9th house, which is you coming into that psychic energy. You coming into the magic of your own spiritual truths, of your own psychic truths, of your own intuition, of getting past the idea of religion or philosophy, but getting into the truth of it. It is the higher mind, the wisdom of it. It's not just the psychic energy, but it's the higher education of that psychic energy, which is connecting you right back to exactly what these cards were saying. Trusting in yourself, allowing that spiritual energy to come in, allowing it to be something that is manifesting into the truth, for you to see the truth. Allow the truth to be, maybe that's exactly what you need to do, is ask for the truth itself to be seen. But you're being also told to remember to celebrate everybody's differences. So just because they're not agreeing with you, they don't see things the way you see them, doesn't mean that they don't have a right to be who they are and feel the way they are. Just means that you need to allow the truth of it to show itself and take that wisdom. They've been taking me off my normal path of how I do it, do the tarot or readings in general. So I'm just going with the flow this month. I'm getting the Nem. This is also in Hebrew. The Nem is the fish that swims in the sea, that swims in the water. The waters are 2 levels of waters, the higher waters and the lower waters. They're saying this has to do with your personal foundations. What waters are you swimming in? And when I say the higher waters or the lower waters, it's the waters of consciousness. Are you just 3-dimensional? Are you seeing above that? Are you seeing past the material world and seeing truly the truth of all the situations? It is experiencing the paradox itself. Selfless self-consciousness. And receiving the water of the vessel. This is receiving that higher knowledge from that spiritual, from that source energy, from your higher self. Receiving its knowledge. Hello. And allowing yourself to honestly swim through the truth of what is going on. That's the platform. Let's see if they'll let us wander off, or if they have their own ideas here. I am asking for up close and personal for Pisces. Up close and personal for Pisces for the month of March. What is up close and personal? Up close and personal is anybody who is up close and personal. It is friends. It is family. It is your parents. It is your children. It is your spouses. Somebody who's important enough to be considered up close and personal. First thing out is for you to understand that you are worth it. And let's see where this is going to go. Up close and personal. Up close and personal for Pisces. Up close and personal for Pisces. Up close and personal. Thank you. You are worth it. Cultivate the vision. This is speaking to you of what we were getting from the very first, from the calf. Speaking to you of being able to manifest. If you want, whatever you want in these relationships, whatever it is you're trying to create in these up close and personal relationships, must start with you realizing you're worth it. Because this is talking to you about raising your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you believe in it. Then you are able to see it and bring it to you. Sorry. You are worth it. See it and bring it to you. This speaks about the vibration, the law of attraction. If you feel low about yourself, if you don't feel good about yourself, if your vibration is saying that you're not worth it, then what you'll have are people who will treat you like you're not worth it. But this is saying for you to change your vision, see the vision, realize that you're worth it, and bring to you your value. And there is emphasis on your groups, your memberships, your friendships for this month, because that is the 11th house. And for you, where's my phone? Yeah, for you, that's Capricorn. And Capricorn is still fully loaded. You've got Mars here. You've got Saturn here until like the end of the month, like where it is it? The 21st. You have Pluto here, Saturn, Mars, Palace. This is that community, friends, groups. And if you don't have the right people backing you up, well, this manifestation is not going to come true. If you don't have the right soul tribe that's there to pat you on the back and help you to see through everything and see the truths that you need to see, then what you really have isn't a soul tribe. You have a jail, okay? Because you're having people who are deceptive in your corner. This is about making sure that the community, the groups, the friends back up you being able to manifest what you want to create, but they're also going to make you see the truth. Okay? So this is saying in order for you to manifest it, you've got to understand it. But you must amplify those positive emotions. Because if you have negative emotions, this is, like I said, this is law of attraction. If you're emotionally don't feel good about the subject, if you emotionally don't feel good about the people you're with, if you emotionally don't feel good about yourself, you can't lie to the law of attraction. You can't lie to manifestation. This is saying you have to pull yourself into a more positive, optimistic, emotional view if you want to create whatever it is you're trying to create and bring it to you. And I'm very much getting stubborn inflexibility right now, which is really giving me that 12th house energy. But this is vulnerability. So this is saying you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone for whatever is going on in this, up close and personal relationships. Could be working environment. It could be your parents. It could be your children. It could be your spouse. Up close and personal. But this is saying you're going to have to be vulnerable enough to feel your way through it, to be able to see the truth, to accept what maybe you don't want to accept. But within that, truth, then you can start re-steering the boat, so to speak. You can restart re-steering how you're going to, shape these waters, because I'm getting the nem, which is the fish swimming in the sea. Are you going to swim in the higher consciousness or the lower consciousness? Oh, woe is me brings manifestation of, oh, woe is me. This is saying you need to be vulnerable enough to make the changes. You do need to accept that sometimes strength comes through vulnerability, but this is definitely reminding you, you're going to have to put that positive, not face on. I don't want to say put a positive face on, because that's you trying to lie to the energy, and that never works. But try to be optimistic about what you're learning. There's definitely a Scorpio energy is what's coming out. There's something definitely coming to an end. Something is definitely coming to an end, because Scorpio energy, for one, is the universal 8th house. This is speaking to you about setting the proper rules, walls, and boundaries, shifting them so that they are going to help you manifest, so they are going to put the right people in your corner, so that you get that positive attitude back and you can manifest what you want. But something here, you got to cut the cord on. Something here is done. Because Scorpio is also about birth, death, and rebirth. And a resurrection, a rebirth can happen if you don't close the door on something. Something here has to end in order for that positivity to come forward. Up close and personal. Anything else for up close and personal? I am really getting focuses on my eyes. So this is really about you either on a third eye dimensional level, seeing the truth, or literally your eyes are going to be forced to see the truth. 12th house. Told you you're going to have a lot of energies. Mercury is in retrograde up until the 9th, which is the full moon in Virgo. But it's also going to be in your 12th house as of the 4th until the 16th, when it moves back into your first house. And this is where that self shit talk takes place. This is where we get comfortable with our insecurities and we put them on a shelf and we talk ourselves into believing that they're actually the securities. But this is where the self-deception happens. This is where the self-sacrifice happens. This is where you put yourself on the back burner happens. This is where grief, sorrow, shame, and blame, anxiety, doubt, fear, stress grows. And this is all about facing yourself. Facing those parts of yourself that you have to heal. I keep saying we're working on healing, like if it's a house and the house's foundation is not strong, it gets cracks in it, eventually the house sinks. Well, this is speaking to you about, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, and all of that. We're filling in the cracks of your insecurities. Because it's about finding security within yourself, raising your belief and your feeling of yourself, because right off the bat it's saying you're worth it, putting yourself back, not in front of everybody else, but at least just as important, not on the back burner, not, you don't want to be so having to please everybody that you didn't get anything for yourself. This is, have some fucking integrity is what I just got. Have some integrity. Put on a pair is what I just got. Bring the healing that you know you need to yourself, because you are ruled by Neptune and you can. And get yourself out of this 12th house. No shit talk to yourself, because Mercury will be in retrograde in your 12th house. Ceres is also there, which is karma. So whatever you're talking to yourself, you're bringing to yourself double time. It's the threefold. So this is definitely why they're saying you've got to get on the positive if you want to manifest positive. It's very much free will. It's up to you is really what I'm getting. Is there anything left here for up close and personal? I'm just really getting third eye activity. Responsible for you're responsible for taking the action, for your own self-realization, for trusting in your spiritual truths. It's tent or tit. It's also considered the basket. It is hidden, introverted good. Modest state of beauty. Finding love for yourself in this case. Lifting the tent up. Not tent, lifting the basket up. Like if you're, this is, you know, reclaiming it, bringing it back to you. Surrounding yourself with it. And this is speaking to you about the people that you have too. It's your social foundation. Have some sacrifice and commitment to yourself and the manifestation you wish to create. Realize that it's your responsibility to do so. No woe is me. If you don't like it, change it. Fourth house, inner emotional security, the roots of yourself, personal foundations, karmic lessons. It's the upbringing, it's the inner child, allowing it to breathe, allowing it to have fun, allowing it to express its truths. This is all teaching you how to manifest properly so that you will get what you want. You may not see it necessarily this month. You may, depending on how quickly you master this. New experiences and possibilities. They are on their way if you do your part. Okay, what else is going on in finances and goals and dreams? Finances and goals and dreams for Pisces. Finances, goals, dreams. You got lost. Finances, goals, dreams. Finances, goals, and dreams. You're too close and I can't tell which one you are. I need you to split up a little bit. Finances, goals, dreams for Pisces for the month of March. Apparently it's the two of them then. This is an illumination time. This is going right back to what we were just talking about. If you are illuminating and finding the truth and starting to manifest properly, you're going to see an illumination. You'll see something change. It's an adventure. You'll see something change. You'll see something brand new begin. You'll see a new light. You'll see something new to experience. But that all has to do with, are you doing your part? Assurance. It's there for you, but it's up to you to go get it. It's up for you to believe it and to go get it. And to not talk yourself back out of it. Any last thing for Pisces? One last thing for Pisces. One last thing for Pisces. One last thing for Pisces. The lotus flower. The lotus flower is created in a swamp. And we use it for spiritual growth all the time. And I always say, there's 3 levels of the lotus flower. Are you stuck in the swamp and you can't see that there could possibly be light? Or are you finally starting to find that there's fresh air and there is an above and there is a below? Or are you finally starting to stretch for the sky and bloom? Where are you on the growth of the lotus flower? Because if you're in the swamp, it's time to get out. Bye, guys.